Hello, my dear students. I hope you all are very fine. Today, we are going to discuss page number 33 where the adaptation for food is given. Okay, so in the beginning of this chapter, we have discussed that the animals has been categorized under the 5 categories on the basis of their surrounding. First was terrestrial animal which are living on the land. Second was aquatic animals that is living in the water. Third is amphibian that are able to live in the water and on the land also. Fourth was arboreal that are spending most of the time on the trees, and the fifth one was the animals that are able to fly, okay, living in the air. Today again we are going to categorize these animals but on the basis of their food. Okay, every animals are eating different type of food, so on the basis of that they has been categorized under the 5 categories. On this screen you are only seeing 3, later on we will discuss 2 more. Okay, so these are carnivores, herbivores and omnivores. Carnivores are those animals that are eating the flesh of the other animals. Herbivores are those animals which are eating grass, plant or the plant products. Next, omnivores are those animals, okay, and human being which are able to eat both type of the food. That means the plant and plant product also and the flesh of other animals also. You can see a lot of examples on this screen. Herbivorous examples are cow, goat, buffalo, zebra, sheep and etc. Carnivores are lion, tiger, spider, and many other. Snake is also considered the carnivorous animal. Snake also eat the frog and the other small animals, which is also considered as the carnivorous animals. Next is omnivorous animals like hedgehog, fox, wild boar and dogs also, okay, and human being also. Okay, so these are the omnivores. These are the examples of omnivores. So let's discuss what are the adaptation found in the carnivorous animals. Carnivorous animals are having very sharp teeth, okay, so that they can tear the flesh of the other animals, because you all are knowing it is very tough to tear the flesh of the other animal. Okay, if they will not have the sharp teeth, they are not able to tear their flesh and they are not able to eat it also. Okay, sometimes their sharp teeth also help them to kill their prey, okay, so that they can bite them, they can injure them and make them unable to run. So sometimes they use it to protect to kill the prey, and many times they use to protect it also. Okay, so the first adaptation is their sharp teeth. Second is their claws also. Their claws are very strong and sharp so that they can grip their prey, okay, and they cannot escape. Third is their body print, okay, as you can see this is also known as camouflage. Okay, these help them to hide their body so that they can wait for their prey and they can hunt. These are very good hunter, okay, so their body has been adapted according to that so that they can consume the other animals and they can kill and they can eat. Next is herbivorous animals. As they are eating the grass, plant and plant product, and there is no need to kill any of the animals and to tear the flesh, so their teeth is very broad, okay, their teeth is sharp and broader. Their teeth can cut the plant and plant product and they can cut the grasses and they can chew it with a broader teeth. I have already explained this in the previous video which type of teeth they are having. So what kind of teeth they are having? They are having sharp and broad teeth, because all the time they have to chew the grass, because it is very tough to digest the grass and the plant product, okay, because cellulose is present in that. So that's why their teeth must be stronger and broader so that they can chew it for a longer period of time. You can see the elephant, okay, elephant is having a very long trunk, okay, and that help them to pluck off the leaves which is present on the taller trees. So their trunk help them to pluck off the trees from the taller plant. In the same way, giraffes neck is very long, okay, that help them to pluck the leaves from the higher trees, taller trees. So don't think this adaptation is the result of one day. It has taken so many days, so that they are surviving. In the initial time, okay, their neck must not be this much long, okay, but day by day when they have eaten all the leaves, okay, there were the shortage of the leaves, so it started to climbing the leaves which is present on the higher trees, okay. So day by day by practicing this to climb, to pluck of the from the taller trees, their neck has become enlarged. So this is the result of many years. Next is omnivorous and scavengers, okay. So omnivorous are those animals that are eating both type of food. That means sometimes they have to tear the food also, okay, tear the flesh also, and sometimes they have to chew also. So both type of teeth they are having, okay. The front teeth of omnivorous are having sharp, okay, whereas the side are little sharper and pointed so that they can tear, and the back is having broader, okay. So these three type of teeth are present in the omnivorous animals. And the scavengers are also known as cleaning animals. Why? Because they are feeding on the dead animals, okay. They are eating the dead animals and making our environment clean. So they are mostly the vulture and eagles and hyenas are eating the dead animals. And according to that, what type of adaptation is found? Their claws are very very sharp. The vulture and eagle is having very sharp claws, and hyenas are also having very sharp claws so that they can tear and they can eat their food, okay. So you can see this is the bear, okay. If you will see the teeth of this bear, which is the example of the omnivorous, okay, they are having, the front one is sharp, okay, whereas the two teeth are very pointed and the backward is the broader, okay. So all these type of teeth are found in these animals. So that's it only, okay. There is not more anything to know in this video, okay. So I hope you all have understood this and you will read the book again and again. So one more time I'm going to tell you, on the basis of their food, the animals are categorized into 5 categories, okay. First is carnivorous, second is herbivorous, third is omnivorous, fourth is scavengers, and fifth one is parasites, okay. I have not discussed anything about the parasite because about the parasite I have already discussed in the definition video very very nicely and in the first class on the board also. So I hope you will understand and you will read the book to understand in a better way. Thank you for watching.